Winter of 1931, a mysterious man arrived in the frozen wilderness of northern Canada. He called himself Albert Johnson, but no one knew if that was his real name. He built a small cabin deep in the forest and avoided everyone. Local trappers complained that he was damaging their trap lines, so the police came to speak with him. He refused to answer. A few days later, the police returned with a warrant. As they approached the cabin, gunfire suddenly erupted. One officer was seriously wounded, and the others were forced to retreat. The police returned with more men. They surrounded the cabin and even used dynamite to blow part of it apart, believing no one could survive inside. But when they entered, the cabin was empty. Johnson had escaped through the deep snow without anyone seeing him. A massive manhunt followed. For more than a month, dozens of police officers, expert indigenous trackers, and volunteers chased him across hundreds of kilometers of frozen wilderness. He crossed icy rivers, climbed mountains, and survived brutal blizzards while staying one step ahead of his pursuers. Newspapers called him the Mad Trapper of Rat River. Eventually, the chase came to an end in a final gunfight. Johnson was killed after putting up fierce resistance. The biggest mystery remained unsolved. Who was Albert Johnson? He carried very few personal belongings, and no one could confirm his real identity. Even today, historians still debate who he really was and why he chose to fight instead of surrendering. Why this story is famous? One man held off an entire police force. He survived a dynamite attack on his cabin. He escaped across the Arctic in extreme winter conditions. His true identity remains a mystery over 90 years later. This is one of the most famous real-life one-man army stories in history.